She knows where you live.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bianca Skogan Beauty. I am so glad to have you guys here today. My video that I have for today is my 2024 favorites. As I did last year and the year before, I also combined the year before's favorites to kind of tell you how they compare and contrast to this year's makeup. Put it on my face. There's nothing on my face, you can see everything. I thought also that I would talk a little bit about the Creator and Friends event that I went to. This makeup from 2024 is not all makeup that came out in 2024. I think some of it is, but a lot of it is makeup that I've had, and I may have just rediscovered it because I was doing a clean out, a declutter, and I was like, oh, I love that. I think it's just fun to show you, out of all the makeup that I've used this year, what is like making an impression in my mind. We're gonna put them on my face. Does that sound good? If it does, you're on the right video, and consider subscribing to my channel. All right, so let's talk about the first item of makeup, primer. So my primer from last year, I don't have anymore because I used it up. It was the Henriksen Banana Bright Primer. It was a great primer, used it up, got it out of there, great. The primer for 2024 is this Hourglass Veil Primer. This actually was my 2022 favorite primer. Have I had this primer too long? Yes, I'm trying to use it up. This right here, if you can see, it's actually right here. I'm actually almost done with it. So hopefully it won't be my next year's favorite primer because it'll be gone. See, it's already, come on, you have more to go. There we go, okay, so that is running out sooner rather than later, which is, I mean, it's good. I'm just glad I was able to put it in this video because this year it has been my favorite primer. I really like it because it has like a silicone feel to it. So it has this really like smoothing thing that it does. It smooths your skin really nice. And it kind of also feels like it's moisturizing, and I have really dry skin, so it's nice. Okay, the next product we're going to talk about is foundation. My last year's favorite foundation is the same as this year's favorite foundation. It is the Fenty Eaze Drop Foundation. I have it this way because I'm almost out. I'm almost out of this baby. So it's another one that I love it. It was in my last year's favorite because I was just drawn to it. This is such a good foundation because it's really thin, buildable. I think it's probably light to medium coverage, and I just have really enjoyed it. And plus it has a very, like, it matches my skin tone pretty well most of the time of the year because it's thinner. So I just enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. So we're going to put that one on. Hopefully, ooh, you can hear it. You can hear it. I'm almost done. Man, it's just looks like all my makeup I'm almost done with, but that's not the case. I promise. It's just these two products. Wow. I'm sorry it's making annoying noises, but this is what you do to get rid of products. You have them make annoying noises, I guess. This weekend, I went to, I think is it Creator and Friends or Creators and Friends? I think it's Creators and Friends. That one makes more sense because there were multiple creators there. This Creator and Friends whole spiel, because it's not just this party. They have a lot of events for Creators and Friends. And it is run by Samantha March and Simbri. I know her hashtag on Instagram, or her Instagram handle is Simbri Thinks. So there we go. And it is run by them. And this year it was in Vegas, and I believe it was in Vegas last year, but this is the second annual one of it. I didn't go to the one last year, but I could have, because they had people who had 150,000 subscribers on YouTube. They had people who had like 500 subscribers on YouTube or less. They had a whole range of different people. They had people that were older, people that were younger, people like it was just a range of human beings there, and it was just great. And nobody talked about like, well, I have 500 subscribers, I'm better than you because you only have 450. You know what I mean? It was what Samantha March says is that it's collaboration and not competition. And it's just a really fun thing because I never thought I would meet YouTube content creators that have so many subscribers. Like I watch them and I have this like parasocial relationship with them, which is why this was really scary. This whole event was scary for me. Anyways, I was nervous. I was so nervous because I was like, I'm gonna meet these women that I have watched on YouTube, and I know them. I know where they live, like not their address, but like they're in New York or they're in Texas or roundabouts where they live, and I know like what kind of makeup they like, and like it's I know
where they live.
Anywho, that's my husband. He came with me.
She knows where you live.
So it was just nerve-wracking because like I went up to him and I was like, hi, I'm Bianca. And they were like, hi, like Kelly Gooch was like, hi, I'm Kelly Gooch. And I was like, I know. This is weird. I'm like, hi, Bianca, I'm Samantha. I know you. Like, but you don't know me. So it was just weird to get to see these people that I know, but they don't know me. Now at least they know I exist. It was so weird. I didn't know how to handle it. Anywho, it was in Vegas. I live in Salt Lake, so it was a 6-hour drive. And so we just drove. I took 2 days off from work. It was on a Friday, so I took Friday and Saturday off from work and drove to Vegas, drove back, and we had a good time. I always never mix my foundation good enough because I'm talking. So let's make sure that I have it really, really well mixed. I'm going to keep talking. I need to get to the next product. So for eyebrows, because after I do my foundation, I do some like my eyebrows and my eyeshadow powder. And for eyebrows, last year was for the gel. I had this Kosas, which I still own, and I'm not through it yet. Maybe this will be, I need to get through with the one I'm using right now, which I'll show you in a minute, and then I can get through this one. I need to get through my products. Anywho, and so this one from Kosas is the gel, and it is in taupe, and I think this was the one I had last year. And then I had these 2 products from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the dip powder in soft brown, and this other one is the brow powder in medium brown. And I still like these. I still use them. It's just not my preferred. I found better. I found better this year. What I'm doing this year is I have this Rare Beauty brow gel. And I had heard quite a few content creators talk about this, and it was sold out for a really long time and came back. It's like $23. It's not even it's a pretty good price. It looks small, but it lasts a pretty long time. Anywho, I got it. I've been using it since because I have sad eyebrows. They are small, but they're kind of long, and so then they fall really easily. I may have plucked my eyebrows too much in the 2000s. This is a really good eyebrow gel, and I put it on, and I'm almost out of it. I actually just ordered another one for like Black Friday, which should I have done that? Probably not, because I have other ones to go through. But you find one you love and you're like, I need that back. So what I do with it is I put it on right now. I put it on first, and that's not how I used to do my eyebrows. I mean, I'm sure everybody can do their eyebrows differently, but if I put the gel on now, let it dry, then I do the next thing with my eyebrows, like the powder or the pomade or this, which I'm going to tell you about. It works better for me. So we're going to just let that dry. I know it looks a little wonky, but it'll work out, trust me. So the eyebrow pencil that I got this year is from Dominique Cosmetics. I got this one in an Ipsy box bag something, and I was like kind of confused about it because it has an interesting shape to it. Like you go like this and you roll it up, and oh, it's almost out. Everything is almost out. Crazy. Maybe I am using my products. Go me. Anyways, so you go like this, and it has this interesting like, okay, it doesn't have a great shape right now because I've been using the heck out of it. And no, it normally has like an angle to it, and it goes like this. But what is really cool that I learned about, normally eyebrow pencils have sharpeners on them. And I was like, where's the sharpener on this one? Well, this part, you can see I've used it really well because there's product in there, which kind of makes me go, am I wasting product by sharpening it? Well, yes, but it's getting sharp. So let's show you. It's kind of looking shapeless right now. There's also a spoolie, as you can tell. So there's a spoolie and a sharpener, and you just kind of go like this with it and use friction. And then you get a flatter side. You see how now it's kind of flatter? When I originally first got it, it was really thin. It's a really good eyebrow pencil. I like that has multiple ways you can use it. Like it has this side, the thicker side that you can use to kind of fill in, or you can go the thin side and make lines. So I feel like it's like very innovative. Innovative. It's very innovative because you can make the lines here, and then I can use the flat side and just kind of carve out my eyebrows. So I like it. I think it's a great eyebrow pen. So I got it from Ipsy. Then there was an Ipsy sale where they were $5 a piece. I bought like 2 more of them because I was like, this is my favorite eyebrow pencil right now. And on Dominique Cosmetics, it's like $25, $23 because it's an awesome product, right? You can make some little hairs over here. But I got it from Ipsy. Probably not I think I got taupe again because there was only a couple of choices. And it probably might have been better to get like a cool brown color. You can see it's a little bit dark, but I love the way that it works. I just feel like it makes my brows look so good. And if I go a little bit too va-va-voom with it, because I do that because I just like to color, I guess. And I'm like, okay, whoops, I filled those really full. Then you can just take your eyebrow spoolie and kind of just blend it. And it doesn't look as crazy, in my opinion. So as for eyeshadow primer, I still am using the same one that I was kind of using last year. I don't really have a favorite. So I'm going to tell you which one I'm using, but it's not really my favorite. My favorite was the Rare Beauty one, and I used it up and I was like, I don't need to buy more. I have tons, which doesn't actually inhibit me from buying more of other things, but if I can actually stop myself from buying things, it's a good thing. So the one that I'm using this year and the one I was using last year is from Makeup by Mario. If you watched my video last year, which I will link it if you want to see it, I had a little pan in this one, and now I have pan in both of them, and this one's a much bigger pan. So I have been using it. It works well. It has the two creams and then a powder to top it off, and it's a good primer, but I wouldn't say that it's like, oh my gosh, this is the best primer out there. I found other primers. Like I don't really love that they're in pots like this because I like it when, here's another one that I'm using. This is the glitter primer from NYX. I like it when they're in little applicators like this because you just kind of put it on your finger and then I spread it around, boom, done. It's on my eyelids. With this one, I have to use another brush. And so I have another brush and I'm getting another brush dirty, and it's just, I feel like it's another step. So it's not my favorite, but it is what I'm using right now. So let me put this on, and I think I'm gonna try to do one eye off camera and then I'll do the other eye on camera. So I have a look, and I haven't told you what the palette is yet, which is just typical Bianca style. But the palette is the Ensley Cosmetics Lands of Enchantment palette. Okay, so I haven't used this palette like a million times this year. I think I've used it like 2 or 3 times, but each of those times it blew me out of the water. And also I wanted to point out that this brand has blown me out of the water. This is a brand that I didn't have anything from in 2024. And then one of my videos at the beginning of the year was like brands I want to try this year. And so I was like, I want to try Ensley Cosmetics. And I knew that it was expensive, but I was like, it just seems good. It seems like a good brand. And I've been blown away. The shimmers and the mattes of this brand is just phenomenal. So I purchased this palette, and I think I bought, because they're expensive, and I was like, you know what, I might as well just go for it. I think I purchased like 2 other palettes with this palette, and so that I wouldn't have to pay shipping and I could just, test out Ensley Cosmetics. And I used this palette and I got tons and tons of compliments from you guys about the eye look I was wearing. And I was like, well, that's something, so you'd think this is a makeup channel. You'd think I get tons of compliments all the time. And I do get some, but it was on like random videos, like a FabFitFun video. And I got tons, like, what eyeshadow are you wearing? So it was to me going, that is special. That is something special. And in general, I have now purchased from Ensley like 3 times because the palettes are something special. It's an indie brand that just has blown me away and knocked my socks off. So this palette is my favorite from the Ensley, all of the palettes so far that I have. But I love Ensley as a brand so far. So my palettes from last year were ones that were other like brands that I had tried last year that had blown me away. They are palettes that I loved specifically from those brands. But we have Glaminatrix Cosmetics and Electrum Cosmetics. So this was my first palette from Electrum Cosmetics. It is the Sea Witch palette, which is very me. I love mermaids. And it came out around Halloween time and I was like, yes, mermaid witch, sea witch. And then looking inside, it is a mermaid's dream. This is absolutely stunning, gorgeous, beautiful. So I have now purchased several palettes from Electrum Cosmetics. This one's still the best, in my opinion. Maybe because I like the color story a lot. I like this one. I think it's the mattes mixed with the color, the shimmers. I really like this one. This is awesome. And then from Glaminatrix Cosmetics, this one was also my last year. I had 2 palettes last year. I couldn't decide. And this palette, the You Beauty palette, has amazing shimmers as well. They're good mattes, but like this shade, Good Day, is one of my favorite shades that I have in my entire makeup collection. And I was just so impressed with this shade that I was like, oh my gosh. I actually have this palette in my Shop My Stash like all the time so that I can use this Good Day shade anytime I want for an inner corner. Like if the inner corner that I have isn't working, I'm like, Good Day will do it. I got it. So let's show you how I got this look. First of all, we're gonna recreate it on this side. So I used Majestic as a transition shade. So just kind of, do I need a transition shade? No, I really don't. It's a comfort blanket for me to just have a shade down there, and it really just mixes things. So it's a mixer shade, truly. Okay, then we have that down. Look at that matte. Look how perfectly that went on. So great. Then I took the shade Great Crystal. So that one was Majestic, Great Crystal right here. And I went into the outer corner with that. It is a pretty dark look, but I feel like it's wintertime and so like dark, sultry looks are really in, right? Okay, I'm sorry that I'm having a hard time telling the story about creators and friends. I don't know, I get off topic and I go on to tangents. So we got there, it started at 7, we got there, and I walked in and Simbri welcomes me right away, and Samantha March, I think she was in the back, so right when she came out, she welcomed me, and they were so nice. Oh my gosh, every single person there was like, you just imagine that creators are nice because they are on their channel. Like they're just really personable and really nice. And you're like, oh my gosh, we could be best friends. We have a parasocial relationship where, technically I feel like I'm your best friend because I watch you every day. But like in real life, these women are just so kind, so nice. Everybody I talked to was just like, oh, hi, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. And like, I'm so glad to meet you. And I'm so glad to, it was just, and then I was like sharing my, like, okay, well, what's your Instagram? What's my Instagram? And they were like, okay, let me follow you here. And it was great. There were a lot of people and there were a lot of names. The creators that I had known that were there was Amanda from Makeup Just for Fun, Samantha March, Simbri, and Angelica Nyquist, and I think she goes by Angie, and I didn't know what to call her because I was super awkward. I was trying to be friendly, but it was a friendly awkwardness. Let's get it out there. I was friendly and awkward. Kelly Gooch was there. That was it from the ones that like I follow that I knew. And so I was just really excited to meet them because I watch them on my channel. I watch them on my YouTube. So then there were a whole bunch of other creators who were bigger than me, smaller than me in, subscribers. We didn't really even talk about it that much. It wasn't like, well, you're here because you have this many subscribers. That's why I said I could have gone there last year because I had maybe like 800 subscribers last year and I would have been welcome. I just didn't really know about it. Like I saw the announcement on Instagram that they were having the party and I was like, and people were like, I'm so excited to go. And I was like, I was awkward again. I awkwardly asked on that post, I was like, so how do we get invited to one of these things? Like, because I was already following the Creators and Friends Instagram. So I was like, how do I get invited? Like, do I just go? Like, what's going on with this? And they answered me back so nicely and were like, you just send an email to our website. I think it was creatorsandfriends.com or something like that. And then fill out a form and we'll invite you if like you kind of fit the crowd. You know what I mean? Like you kind of have to fit in, I guess. Like you have to be probably not mean and don't have anything inappropriate on your channel. And I don't know what the actual qualifications were. They didn't tell me, but I think I said something like, I think I'm a good time. So that'd be great. Okay, then I use the shade Atlantis right here, this beautiful periwinkle shade, which I don't even know if it was necessary because I basically covered it up right away, but I used it in the first look, so we're using it in the second eye. And so I got invited and I was so excited because I got the email. So then I emailed my husband and I was like, honey, I'm a real YouTuber now. It was so funny. I was kind of starstruck. So I was worried though that I was going to be too starstruck. When I met all of them, I was going to be all awkward, which as we've talked about, and I'm going to probably have to cut out when I'm editing me saying awkward 100 times. Now we are using the shade Cosmic Flow. And was that it? Was that the shade I used? Yes. And I used it like here. See, you can see there's not really any periwinkle on this side, so I basically just covered it up. But we're doing the same layers that I did on the first look because I can. It was just like a meet and greet. We all were there for like 3 hours and we were talking and we were chatting, and I didn't get to meet everybody, which was kind of sad because I wanted to meet everybody, but it was kind of awkward because I'd be talking to someone and like I'd be getting in a conversation and I'd be like, I can't. Like, I'd be like, okay, I need to like meet other people. And sometimes they said that to me, like, okay, it was nice talking to you, but I need to meet other people. So you guys might think that I'm like an extrovert because I'm on here and I'm talking a lot, but I have a social battery. And once it gets full, I am awkward. Anywho, we're going to use Lunar Light. I was trying to be like, I was trying to make sure to meet everyone. And so, my husband was there and he had a tie that I bought him this tie for Christmas last year and it had my face on it. You can just get them on Amazon. You just put a picture of your face and they put it on a tie. And he wore that because he wanted to support me and he loves me and he's so sweet. And so that was a big like conversation starter. People were like, I love your tie. Where do I get one of those? And I was like, Amazon. Anywho. And he was a big icebreaker for me. Like I'd get awkward and not know what to say. And he would say something and I'd be like, thank you, sweetie. And people were like, your husband's so nice, which is true. My husband is I have an amazing husband. He is just fantastic. And so I think I had a really good time talking to people and I feel like I got to know so many new friends. And I feel like I really, I met April Monique Makeup. And we really hit it off. And I think it was the people who brought their husbands there, I really hit it off with because I think the husbands wanted to talk to another husband. So because they were like, this is awkward. I don't know what to do. And so it was just really nice to have people who have my same they like makeup. I like makeup. And we all looked just gorgeous. Everybody was decked out to the nines in the most gorgeous makeup looks. And I kind of wanted to take pictures of all of them and be like, hey, can I take a picture of your eyeshadow so I can recreate it? I didn't, because again, didn't want to be too awkward. Okay, I think that looks really good. I just need to make sure this is nice and blended. Anyways, it was really awesome. Makeup Just for Fun, Amanda and her husband Tyler, and me and my husband Kyle were just hitting it off. And I think I think I met some like friends for life. Do you know what I mean? I met a lot of people, and unfortunately I forgot a lot of names, but I met and remembered some names. And I want to go again next year. And I went to that one specifically because it was in Vegas. And I knew that, I don't have a lot of like PTO, time off work. And I was like, okay, it would be nice to be able to go somewhere close so that I can get there easily and not take a ton of time off work. And so that was really easy for me. Other people, like Kelly Gooch was there. She's from New York. There was like 4 people from New York. And I was like, oh my gosh, you guys like traveled a really long way. Like, good for you. And obviously they stayed longer than we did. We didn't stay for very long, but we had a good time. It was awesome. I got to meet Christina from Gourmand Girls, and I feel like I love Christina from the owner of Gourmand Girls, because I buy like all of her palettes, and she's one of those brands that communicates back and is just so grateful. She's always like, oh, thank you so much for your support. And I'm like, of course, you know, thank you for actually answering me back and being a really nice human being. And so I met her and she was like, you're Bianca. You're so supportive and so nice to me. And I was like, you're the supportive one. You're the nice one. I'm just buying your makeup and it's awesome makeup. So anyways, she gave me an affiliate code. My first like real like brand interaction affiliate code. Brand interaction like affiliate code. I do have one from Natasha Denona, but I just like applied online and got that one. So this one was like a brand giving me an affiliate code. So if you ever want to buy anything from Gourmand Girls, you can use my affiliate code. I don't know. I actually don't know because I'm so new to this. I don't know if I even make money from it, but I know you can save money from it. So I might make money. I don't know. I don't care. I'm so glad to have that interaction with her. Anyways, did I tell you my code? It's Bianca. Just Bianca. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It was so exciting. I got to meet creators that were bigger than me, creators that were smaller than me, make some friends for life. And like now I have their like Instagram handles and they know me. So if I DM them, they'll be like, oh, Bianca, I remember you. And I was so tall. I was gonna say, you're the tall one. Okay, I don't know if you guys all know that I'm 5'10". I know that I'm tall, but I'll hang around like my sisters who are also 5'10" or above. My younger sister is 6 foot and my husband's 6'7". And so I'm just kind of around tall people. / I work from home, so I'm not around my coworkers anymore. I forget how tall I am. And then I went there and I was like, and I was wearing heels and I was towering over everyone. And I was like, yeah, I'm a monster. So tall. So they'll be like, Bianca, yeah, you were the tall one. You and your Viking huge tall husband. Yep, that was us. That was us. Okay, what do you guys think of the eyeshadow look? I think it is just gorgeous. I love this color. I may not have told you. It is the star of the show color though. It's this one, Light Language. It just pops. It makes the eye look, in my opinion, and I just am obsessed with it. I want to go to more of these events. It was really hard. I was nervous. And I was like, when I was sitting in my car waiting to go in, I was like, Bianca, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. You can be social. You can be like, you can do this. And I did it. A lot of nerves, but everyone was so nice. So I didn't need to be nervous. That's what happened with Creator and Friends. I put up some content about it. Like I did a reel, I did some pictures. If you have any other questions, you can ask me. I don't know if I really know because follow Creators and Friends on Instagram. And you'll see all the pictures. So, anyhoozle, my next favorite product is my bronzer. And this is from Scott Barnes. And it is a bronzer palette, bronzer contour, because, you know, a couple of them are kind of cool toned. Anyhoozle, I got this in, I believe, 2022 from a Ipsy X. It's not even Ipsy, or was it Ipsy Icon at the time? It doesn't matter. It was with Bailey Sarian. And I have gotten so much use out of this. I have just been really, really jamming to this palette. I love it because I can use it all year round. When I'm a little tanner in the summertime, I use a little bit of the tanner shades. When I'm a little bit cooler in the wintertime, you know, and I can go a little bit more rosy. I can go a little bit more warm. I can go a little bit more cool. I just like all the options. I'm going into Chiseled right here. This is kind of my go-to. I go into Chiseled because it really is just, I feel like the best brown for me. Anywho, if I never got that Ipsy Icon box, I never would have known about this. And I'm just glad I do. It's very pigmented too. And that's something that I like. I am lazy. I don't like to build up a bronzer, which I'm lazy, but it actually sometimes is a problem because I'll just be like, wow, Bianca, you put on too much. but I would rather put on too much and blend it out than have to keep building and building and building. I just think it blends so well, and it has so many colors, and it's been my go-to this year. Love that Scott Barnes palette. There is a blush palette that I kind of want, but it's really like the only thing I want on his website right now, so I can't like I'm weird. I can't buy like 4 things to pay for shipping, and so I'd have the shipping. Even this, he had like a Cyber Monday sale that it was 40% off, but the shipping ended up being like $15, and I was like, yes, I think that the discount was more than $15. I was just being lame about it. So I haven't bought that blush palette yet. Plus, I have a lot of blush. My bronzer from 2023 favorite was from Rare Beauty. I still love this bronzer. It's a really good one. Happy Soul. And I still love it. It's very blendable. It's a great bronzer. It's just, I found a new one that I love, the Scott Barnes one. Blush has been hard because I have so many blushes and I love them all. And so I have the one from last year. This is the Danessa Myricks in the shade Rosé and Brunch. And I actually picked up some new ones of this formula this year because I still love this formula. I love blush. I love blush. So I was thinking about having this one be my favorite, but I don't really have a favorite. I just love them all. I love all blushes. I love blush. Anyways, I did try this one out this year. This is from Merit Beauty, and it's in the shade Rouge or Rogue. Who knows? And it is a beautiful, I do really, really, really like it, but it will not go with the eye look today. So we're not going to use it, but I like it because it's a very blendable, very like seamless. You can just put it on and like blend it out with your fingers or a brush or whatever. I just think it's a really intuitive blush, but it doesn't, I only have one shade and it's this shade. And so we're not going to go with that one. I'm just going to go with another one that I use a lot. This is from Half Magic Beauty. It is in the shade Only Drama. And I feel like a purple blush would really go with this look. This is a good blush. I like it. I like all blushes. I am a blush fiend. So I feel like I can't even really tell you what my favorite blush is because that one, it's a pigmented blush right there. Oh my heck. I wasn't expecting that much pigmentation. Anyways, it's a nice blush. I love all blush. Blush is life. My last year's concealer is the same as this year's concealer. It is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. I have not been able to put this one down. Since I got it last year, I've been just using it and using it and using it. It's the first one I reached for, and I'm just like, why do I have other concealers? Why? This one is so amazing. It's the best concealer that I have. So I'm really glad that I have it. Cover up that nose. Okay, great concealer. Same one that I had last year. That will hopefully make it so that the blush isn't so stark either. Yeah, that did it. That helped. My highlighter 2022. I don't know why I'm telling you this because I'm only supposed to be talking about 2023 and 2024. But 2002 was this Benefit Cookie. 2023 was this Anastasia Beverly Hills in Iced Out. Well, 2024, I'm back to Cookie. I've just been using this nonstop. I just love it. It's a great highlighter. I feel like it looks more champagne and like it might even be a little too dark and leave a cast. And then I put it on and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. This is the perfect highlighter. I could go with more of a light hand and just have like a nice, beautiful, can I even say this goes subtle? Because it is a bright highlighter, but like more subtle. Or I can build it up and just like go ham and be like, bam, highlighter. It is so pretty. I love this highlighter and I've been obsessed with it since I got it. I threw on an eyeliner because I don't like doing eyeliner on the screen because I do it wrong every time. So this eyeliner from this year, 2024, is the KVD Tattoo Liner. This eyeliner is awesome. And it's kind of the same reason that the one last year was awesome. It has a beautiful brush tip. It's not felt, it's brush. And I didn't ever realize there was a difference until I got a brush tip and I was like, there's a huge difference. The brush tip can just get such a sharper line. There'll be times where I'm putting eyeliner over like the shimmer shades and the felt tip ones will run out. And so I have to like shake it and get it to come down. With the brush tip, it stays smooth for longer. Anyways, I love this. I think I got it in an Ipsy and I will be purchasing more because it is amazing. My one last year was also a brush tip and it was from Thrive. This one is now in my empty bin. I just pulled it out of my empty bin because I use the heck out of this one. I could probably actually show more of the brush tip because it's dead. Do you see how it's a brush tip? Does that make sense? Then I had a really pretty, the Waterline eyeliner from last year. And it was this Pillow Talk eyeliner from Charlotte Tilbury. And it is in the shade Pillow Talk because it is a really burgundy brown shade. It is so pretty. It's so pretty with my green eyes. It just makes a look and I really like it. But it's a little too warm for this look. So, and I've been really obsessed with this year for Waterline eyeliner, especially I did my 31 days of Halloween looks and I got so much use out of these. These are from Kaleidos Cosmetics and these, oh no, not this one, that is the KVD one. These ones make such good waterline liners. Also there's ones from ColourPop as well, but that also make good waterline eyeliners, but these ones have, I feel like, okay, ColourPop has ones that look similar, but these ones are better. These ones last longer. They're like 5 times more expensive, but I got them like during Black Friday last year or something like that, and they have been just great. And the color is kind of the color of what's inside. I do have one gripe about these though. It is a silly gripe, but it is a gripe that I don't know if you can see inside of here, you can see there's like segments because when they break, they just kind of fall out. So I have to make sure that with them, I am being very careful and not breaking them, and then making sure that they stay upright. So when I pull out that much, anyways, and then I keep the lid on. Anyways, they all haven't done that. Just the ones that have, I have to be very careful with. So here's another one that has not broken. And there's only this much amount of like formula in there, which it's a big pen and you only get this much, and they were like $20 some each. So these are a pricey penny, but they're worth it and they last forever and they're so good in the waterline. So what we're gonna use today, I think, is going to be this purple one. I was either thinking the purple one, see, it broke. I had too much on, that was my bad. So we're gonna use the purple one or the silver one. I prefer the purple one because purple is my jam. Okay, so just be very careful, only have a tiny bit up. And then, okay, so purple or the silver. Let's do the silver in the waterline and the purple underneath, like underneath my my bottom lash. What words? Words are tough. So pretty. Look at that. That just brightened up, and they glide on really smooth, so they're not going to irritate your eyes at all. It's just a beautiful thing. I didn't used to wear waterline eyeliner because I was afraid of hurting my eyes, but with these ones, they just glide on so smooth, and I was like, well, they're gonna just wash off because like it's kind of a moist area, but these are waterproof, and so it doesn't wash off right away. So good. Okay, let's use the purple now because I'm gonna be extra. So do you see how pretty that purple is? It just adds to the look. And of course I do my eyeliner face. I mean, everybody has to have your mouth open when you do eyeliner. It's just a thing. Are you even doing eyeliner if your mouth isn't open? Oh, pretty. So that just, oh my gosh, it makes the look pop. We have mascara. My mascara from last year was the MAC Lash Stack. I don't have it anymore. I used it up. Mascaras you're supposed to switch out every like 3 to 6 months. So it's good that I don't have it anymore. This one this year that I have is so amazing. I feel like there's a common theme here that a lot of these I got from Ipsy bags. But like, I think I was expecting, like when I bought those ones from Kaleidos, I was expecting them to be great because I saw on Instagram them using them and I was just like, oh my gosh, those are gorgeous. But the ones I got from Ipsy were like a surprise. They were a surprise, like, oh my gosh, I got this from Ipsy and it's this amazing. This is from M Cosmetics, this mascara. It is a tubing mascara, but I feel like the Thrive tubing mascara gets a little chunky. It's awesome, but it does get chunky. This one doesn't. This one is like better than the Thrive mascara. If you like tubing mascaras, it is the Pick Me Up mascara, volume and length mascara in black. I have been using this mascara, and it has those plastic bristles that I'm just obsessed with. I've been using this mascara since I got it and just using the heck out of it. And I have actually gotten compliments on my channel being like, what mascara were you using? That was so good. And I was like, wow, because I actually don't usually wear lashes. So are like fake lashes. So my lashes are not really the star of the show. So for someone to notice my lashes, I was like, that is amazing. I did good. So I feel like it builds. It makes my eyelashes longer and thicker, and it still keeps them not chunky. So it's just a really good mascara. I'm obsessed with it. There is one eye. You can see the difference between this eye and this eye. And see how they're still really pieced apart, piecey? It's amazing. Okay, so mascara's on both eyes. Okay, let's do my lips. So for last year, 2023, my lip combo, I had a couple of things. Like I had a best red lip combo, but I didn't wear it because my eye look was too bold, which is the same this year. So last year's actual lip combo that I wore was this one from Persona, and the eyeliner or the lip liner in 90210, and from KVD. Apparently I like KVD, apparently. And this one is in Queen of Poisons. These ones go on sale all the time. During Black Friday, these were half off, and during like Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, these go half off. So never buy these full price. This year though, for my lips, we're gonna go nude again because of the fun eye look. And I just got these Makeup Forever little mini pencils, and okay, have I only had them for a month? Yes, but I feel like lip liners, I'm not like, oh my gosh, that one's my favorite. A lip liner is kind of a lip liner to me. So I'm just gonna use this one because I like the color. It is in the shade Limitless Brown, and I like a darker lip liner, like I guess a 90s lip, a darker lip liner with a lighter lipstick. See how dark that is? Whoa, it's gonna be fine. Okay, then for my lipstick, the lipstick that I have been just going to every single time and I'm obsessed with, this is from Fenty. It is the High Shine Glosses, and it's a gloss, but it has pigment to it. And this is in the shade Spice Cold. And so during the Black Friday, I bought some more of these because Fenty was 30% off, and I bought some more because these are just so pretty. And let's try to blend out. I may have gone a little dark with my liner, but that's fine. There you go. Perfect. Okay. I just love it. It gives you a little bit of pigmentation, but it also is shiny. And I feel like it doesn't end up on my teeth either. And lipsticks always end up on my teeth. And so this one, I don't know. I don't usually find it on my teeth. And so I just like it. I like it. I think it's a beautiful lipstick, and I already purchased more because I like them. Next is powder and setting spray. I have to say I don't always use powder or setting spray, especially powder, because as I've gotten older, my skin has gotten drier and drier and drier. And I feel like putting powder, it helps your makeup last longer, but it also kind of makes me feel cakey. So with powder, I have really just kind of limited it in the last little while, like year, I guess, to only doing it around my eyes, because I'm kind of setting the concealer. And also I wear glasses when I work because I'm looking at a computer and I'm looking at tiny little DNA base pairs, and I have to be able to see them and and the colors, because I have to be able to differentiate between the colors of the bases, ATCG. I wear glasses, and I always get the little like gouges right here from the glasses. So I like to set with just a powder like around this area. The rest, I just don't feel like I need it. I don't have grease, luckily. I used to as a teenager, and now as I've gotten older, I'm 39, my face is dry. I can't explain it. So last year I had the Pat McGrath, like specifically eye powder, and that a couple things happened. I dropped it. it broke. So I kept trying to use it. But the more, once it is no longer in its little dome form and it breaks, it just, the structure of it is no longer sound, and it just kept breaking and breaking, and like pieces were breaking off. And anywho, I plan on getting a new one, especially because they came out with like a pink shade, and I just haven't yet. I actually was choosing between another Pat McGrath one or this one. And I got this one because everybody was raving about this Givenchy. They reformulated these, and then they were very sparkly with the reformulation. And this says matte finish powder, and it is enhanced radiance, but I don't think this is the reformulated one that is shimmery. I don't think so, because I think they took out the talc, but they also added shimmer. And so people were really mad about it because they were like, hey, I'm using this as a setting powder, not as a highlighter. It's in the shade Voila Rosé, number 3. And it's for pretty much light skin tones like me, and maybe fair to light. So what I do is I just take a little poof and I put some on my poof, and I just kind of, I start off right here where my glasses go, because I want it to be matte right there. And then I just kind of go from there and just set right here. So maybe when I run out of this, I'll get a new Pat McGrath one, but I have this. It works really well. It's a little bit pink, and the new Pat McGrath one was pink. And I think that I was able to get this one during the spring Sephora sale, and the Pat McGrath one was all sold out, and so you couldn't get it during the spring Sephora sale. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll get this one. And I just like it. I like it a lot. I think it blends really nicely. I think that it kind of has the brightening effect. It's a nice powder. I'm only using it on my eyes like that, but it works. I think it'll take forever to use up. It is a mini size, but I think because I used so little of it, it's just gonna take me forever to use up. Okay, I did also talk about the Kosas powder in the last 2 favorites videos because it's a good powder for people with dry skin. And I still am not done with this. It is taking forever. It no longer has the dome, and I plan on getting to using this up, but I just don't use powder very much anymore. My face is so dry. I don't need it. Okay, so as for setting spray, the last setting spray that I had was from Milk Makeup. It was their Blur setting spray, and I'm pretty sure it was off of the market by the time I had it, because I tried to use the oldest things in my collection first, and it was gone. It was off the market. They come up with these new ones that are innovative, that they, get the ones off that are not. And the one that I'm using right now is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's the dewy set, and I feel like this one's really good because a couple of reasons. It's a dewy set, and I have really dry skin, so having it leave behind a little bit of a dew, and if I did powder a little bit too much, it sets that and makes it not so powdery, and it smells like coconut. So it's just great. I have this much left, and you can't see that, but that I can see it, and I'm glad to have it. So it's a really good setting spray. I'm not the expert on setting sprays, but it's a good one. Oh, and it smells so good. And sometimes I'll even just take the beauty blender and just kind of set everything with that. And I just feel like it leaves my skin dewy and nice. It's funny because in, junior high school, I wouldn't want to do skin because I had oily skin, but times change. Okay, well, there it is. There is my 2024 and versus 2023 makeup. What did you guys think? I think that I came up with a beautiful look, and I could have come up with several different looks with this eyeshadow palette, but I love wearing my favorite makeup, and I feel beautiful. Anyways, do you guys like it? You think I did good? Anywho's, are any of the things that I had on my favorites your favorites? What are you guys' favorites? Let me know in the comments. If you liked this video, like this video. If you want to see more from me, subscribe to my channel. If also subscribe to my Instagram. I do a lot of looks on Instagram. I'll do an eyeshadow look that day, and I'll be like, that one was pretty. Let's post it on Instagram, so it doesn't come onto YouTube. And so you can see random looks that I do. It's also Bianca Skogan Beauty. If you want to be notified of my videos, push the bell, and most importantly, be nice to yourself because you're amazing. Have a great day. Bye.